Dzień dobry moi drodzy, z tej strony Max, a dzisiaj witam was w kolejnym questie, tym razem Ventiego, który już na 100% odblokuje mi wszystkie World Questy z Mondstadt. Tak przynajmniej sądzę. Aczkolwiek znajdujemy się trochę w niefortunnym miejscu, gdyż nie chciałem podchodzić za blisko, żeby mi się przypadkowo no quest nie uaktywnił.
Hey, look over there! She's all by herself, right?
Co to zmienia?
Because she's acting as if she's talking and laughing with somebody else.
I had an imaginary friend too when I was a kid.
Paimon's creeped out.
Na spokojnie.
What? You mean you used to act like that too? So is this an invisible friend who hangs out with you sometimes? Or do they just exist in your imagination?
Imaginary means in your imagination.
Imaginary. Imagination. Oh, you must mean imagined friend, right?
To samo.
Why didn't you just say so? So, this imaginary friend of yours. When does Paimon get to meet them?
They're invisible now. To trochę mi się kojarzy jak z Aranarą, bo też generalnie Aranary najczęściej to są dzieciaki, a potem jak się właśnie przestaje być tym dzieckiem, staje się dorosłym, to się już po prostu przestaje w nie wiem czy wierzyć, czy po prostu widzieć. Practically yes.
Oh, Paimon was looking forward to meeting yours. Hey, don't suppose your sister has an imaginary friend too?
Sure they do.
No way! You guys are so lucky!
Ja wiem.
Because they have this game in Liyue. Have you heard of it? It's a 4-player game, but it seems you guys could play it with just the 2 of
W
you.
sensie?
Oh, Traveler!
Oh,
Fancy
Venti.
meeting you here.
Tone deaf Bard. What are you doing here?
I'm here because Lisa has been making some exciting new contraptions.
Why does the thought of Lisa's contraptions make Paimon so nervous?
Come now, that's no way to speak about the elegant Miss Lisa. For this particular contraption, Lisa had to import some dangerous materials from Sumeru.
Ponownie zastanawia mnie to, czy w pierwszych etapach gry też było powiedziane, że to było Sumeru, czy po prostu to było przemilczane.
Dangerous?
Looks like Aragoa Monocle to me.
I know, right? Apparently, though, it's called an Urnama
Że
detector.
co?
Sadly, Lisa isn't able to use it herself, so I'm borrowing it for a while. And also, I'm testing it out for her, to see if it actually works.
Huh? Why can't Lisa use it?
Perhaps it's because she lacks a certain childlike sense of wonder. Or maybe there's some
To mi
other
się
reason
naprawdę
for
kojarzy
it.
z Aranarami.
If you want to know for sure, just ask her yourself sometime.
So you can see them? Go on, tell us. What does his imaginary friend look like?
That would be telling. Anyway, it's all yours now, Traveler. Take a look. See if you can see Nora's imaginary friend.
Dobra.
Do you see him? Do you see him?
Yeah, seems like they're best friends.
So it does work for you too.
No patrz.
Paimon wants to see? Wait, but this gizmo isn't in Paimon's size. All right then, you'll just have to be Paimon's eyes on the ground. Let's go see what everyone's imaginary friends look like.
Dobra. Wiem, że Ellie na pewno będzie... Should you be trapped in a windless land? Kurde.
Flora from the flower shop always seems kinda floaty-headed. You know, Paimon bets she has an imaginary
Za szybko
friend.
ten dialog leci.
There it is. Behold.
Jezu,
a
nienawidzę
floaty
tych roślin.
imaginary
One mnie
friend
tak
for floaty-headed
denerwują.
Flora. A bloaty
Za każdym razem, jak myślę, że po prostu posprzątałem już cały teren i mam wszystko na 100%, to nagle się okazuje, że jeszcze mi te głupie rośliny zostały.
Wait, imaginary friends can be plants now?
Wydaje mi się, że chyba może być wszystko.
Hi, Traveler. Hi, Bard.
Hi Flora, can I ask you a question?
Sure. How can I help?
Who's your friend?
Oh, you mean Mr. Floaty? Most people can't see him. Mr. Floaty is my bestest friend. We grew up together.
No fair. Paimon hates feeling left out.
Flora, why exactly are you friends with a bloaty floaty?
What's wrong with it? I always wanted to be friends with a plant who could fly.
Friends with a flying plant? Why?
Because then when it's windy, you and your friend can fly off into the sky together. You gotta admit that's pretty cool.
Całkiem ciekawe.
Isn't that called being blown away?
That's what some people like to call it. I only found out this plant existed from an explorer who told me stories of his adventures.
Nie, bo chyba tylko w Liłe są takie kwiaty.
I think his name was Stanley.
No, I know Sandy.
Stanley's an adventurer, and you can tell he's an expert at it from the stories he tells. The amazing adventures of Stanley are super famous in Mondstadt.
Naprawdę?
He's in the city at the moment. You should go ask him to tell you some of his stories.
That sounds like a fun idea for next time. But right now we have other things to attend to.
Flora's, pretty mysterious.
Nie, no nie powiedziałbym.
Which child shall we interrogate next?
Paimon's thinking. Oh, how about that little guy on the bridge?
Myślę, że Timmy dogadałby się z Teurusem, czy jakkolwiek się nazywa brat Ajaxa. Dartadi, jakkolwiek. I knew it.
No way!
Well, that is unexpected.
Jo.
Timmy's imaginary friend is a ruin guard?
I heard of guardian angels, but come on.
Paimon's freaking out right now. That thing is sure to attack
Nie no,
us.
spoko, to tylko wyobraźnia.
What say you we postpone our conversation with Timmy for the time being?
That line you love to say so much.
Paimon has a favorite line.
The one about exploring the area. Ty o nas widzę. O Boże, było takie, w Honkaiu Stayreru jest takie coś, nie pamiętam w którym momencie, ale tam był taki easter egg.
How about we explore the area ahead of us later?
Nie mogę. Muszę też
Children are more open-minded.
zabrać się za Honkaia
That way they
Stayreru.
can think up all kinds of imaginary friends?
Bo nie umiem się wziąć i zabrać do nagrywek. Znaczy pewnie jak ten odcinek z Ventim już wyjdzie, to zapewne już będzie jeden czy dwa odcinki ze Styrela, ale po prostu kwestia, że gra jest turowa, to trochę ciężko mi decydować, jak ja chcę podzielić te odcinki. W sensie, jaki długo... Aha, to za? Jak to... O, co to za zgromadzenie kółko wzajemnej adoracji?
The thing about wine is, you have to drink it at the tavern, or you miss out on half the fun.
Seems to me you'd find some way of keeping yourself amused even if you drank alone.
If I didn't know any better, I would say you're being deliberately uncivil.
Just drink responsibly on my premises, okay?
Oh, and if I did have one too many, what then? You'd throw me out along with the trash, is that it?
Throw you out?
You know, the same way you threw
O
out Father's
kurde.
legacy. You sold off his mansion, or maybe you've forgotten.
That's a lot of damage.
I see no reason to cling to things that have outlived their purpose.
Is that so? Then I trust you were most swift indeed to part with a certain vase?
Sorry, I have no recollection.
That's odd. Master Diluc, I'm sure I saw such a vase in your home. A
Co w
beautiful
związku z tą
one,
wazą?
unmistakable in fact.
Seems our suspicions were right. Grown-ups don't appear to have imaginary friends.
Identycznie jak Arenaro,
Like I
naprawdę.
said, a lack of childlike wonder.
Seems adults are the same everywhere.
So people just stop dreaming when they grow up? Okay, well, Paimon for one never wants to
Ja nawet nie wiem, czy to jest w twoim przypadku w ogóle możliwe.
This raises an interesting question. At what age exactly do people's imaginary friends disappear? Let's go and check. How about Ellen? Someone of her age surely must have some imagination left, don't you think?
Uh-oh. Somehow Paimon finds the idea of not being able to see Ellen's imaginary friend kinda scary.
Boże, Imaginary Friend, jak to wymyślony przyjaciel, no, będzie Jean, wiedziałam.
Jean? Is Master Jean Ellen's imaginary friend?
Yes, really automatically become a knight.
Yeah, she's so conscientious.
Nienawidzę tego słowa, bo nigdy nie umiem go przeczytać poprawnie.
Oh, hello. What are you guys doing?
Are you always training here?
Nienawidzę questów u niej, taka ciekawostka.
You bet. Today, I heard Stanley talking about his adventures. It was incredible. It got me really pumped up. Oh, I hope I can be as outstanding as him one day.
Może.
So that you can fight shoulder to shoulder with Master Jean?
To wyglądało ciekawie, na przykład taki
I
endgame,
mean, obviously,
gdzie
I want to become a
widzimy
knight.
różne postacie, w ogóle na przykład takiej Erin, które po prostu spełniają
spełniają
swój sen i na przykład tak jak ona, no dołączą do Favoniusa. Czy to w ogóle miało sens? Ale no chodzi mi o taką w ogóle ewolucję bohaterów, że ich marzenia powiedzmy się w jakiś tam sposób spełniają i albo dołączają gdzieś, albo nie wiem, po prostu im się coś udaje. To by było bardzo ciekawe, jak takie ładne zakończenie historii.
Seems Ellen really looks up to Jean.
I believe you will succeed, Jean. Elin, Boże.
Thanks. I was thinking, it's not every day I get to hang out with the honorary knight. Would you join me for some sword training?
Nie, błagam, nie.
How can I smash
Nie.
these dummies at... Oh, thank you. It's clear I still have a long way to go in my training.
So modest. I, for one, think you're quite the pro at this already.
Oh, well, I'm exhausted from training, so clearly my fitness needs some work. One day, though, I'll smash all the training dummies in Mondstadt.
Tak.
Ellen, she's our girl. If she can't do it, Hilly Churl.
Thanks. Shoot, I got so caught up here I forgot there's something I was supposed to do today.
Znaczy?
Ugh, but I'm so sore from training. I can hardly move.
Na
Honorary
spokojnie.
Knight, could you deliver a message to Jack?
Sure, where can I find him?
He's gone adventuring at the Temple of the Lion with
O
Stanley
matko.
today. Stanley's a truly legendary
Czy Stanley
adventurer,
rzeczywiście jest taki
renowned in
wspaniały,
all
czy
of
po prostu może on
Mondstadt.
sobie to
He
wszystko
once set
wymyślił?
foot in the Mare
To
Javari.
jest Mergevari.
We were gonna meet up tonight and discuss adventure plans. Could you let him know it'll have to be another day?
Temple of the Lion? Sure, I missed the place.
Great.
21 AR? Może? Ciekawa sprawa, że skoro i tak mało wishuję tu po jakiejkolwiek postacie, więc nie zdziwię się, jak do, nie wiem, powiedzmy tego
The Temple
50 czy nawet 55
We explored this
Adventure
place
ranka
once before,
zbuduję wszystkie postacie, jakie tylko będę miał.
Incident. Seems like it's now a hot spot for adventurers. That can only mean one thing. We didn't bag all the loot last time.
No, przekonamy się.
Looks like we can't go any further.
Not to
Wiem,
worry.
jak to...
Allow me.
Mam
Those who wander in the dust,
flashbacki.
the wind shall send soaring sky high.
Mam flashback, czy kiedyś Ventil też nie był na Trail? A, dobra. Bo muszę uważnie pamiętać o wszystkich skrzynkach. Na przykład ostatnio wczoraj dokładnie, zrobiłem jakąś tam domenę, żeby zdobyć kluczyk do Shrine of Death. I okazało się, że tam, no, gdzieś tak w wyższym miejscu, do którego by się przydał bardzo albo Venti, albo Kazuha, albo po prostu MRGO na początku gry. I właśnie okazało się, że brakowało mi chyba z 3 Anemo Sigilli, albo chociażby jednego, żeby no pozbyć się tego ostatniego Sigilla, który w ogóle nie wiem jakim cudem znaleźć w moim ekwipunku, bo mnie denerwuje, jak mam na przykład zrobione 100%, a jednak gdzieś mi został ten jeden Sigil. No więc z ciekawości, z takiej w sumie trochę desperacji, poszedłem tam do tej domeny i co się okazało, że nie miałam podniesionej stamtąd tej skrzynki. I ona tak leżała przez, nie wiem, z dobre 2 lata. Aha, kółko wzajemnej adoracji. O nie, tego nie woda.
Are those guys?
Co wy tu robicie? Dobra, najpierw wam skrzynkę zabiorę, bo potem o tym zapomnę.
I was so sure I was about to die.
To be fair, that could have gone either way. So, you must be Jack the Adventurer, I assume?
Czy to jest ten, któremu mapa nie zginęła?
Yes. Who are you?
Actually, we came looking for you.
Ellen has a message for you. She said she won't be able to join you today to plan out your next adventure together. She'll join you some other time.
Oh, I see. I feel bad you had to come all this way to find me, and then had to
Bo
rescue me.
jesteście pierdoły.
Huh? I don't see what all the fuss is about. It was nothing that I, Stanley, couldn't have dealt with by myself.
Dobra, gadu, stary dziadu.
Oh, you are Stanley? You were that legendary adventurer? Renowned in all of Mondstadt? Who once set foot in the Mare Javari?
The very
Coś
same.
mi tu śmierdzi.
I must say, it's an honor to meet one as legendary as yourself. Well then, how would everyone like to proceed? Head back or head further inside?
Jack, what do you think?
I think we should keep going. With Stanley by our side, we'll have no problem.
Nie.
Okay, motion passed by unanimous consent. Let's head further in.
So, I'm guessing you mostly came here because you wanted to hear my adventure stories.
Nie.
Am I right?
No, we really were just looking for Jack.
What? Do you know who I am? I am Stanley, renowned adventurer of Mondstadt.
Yeah, I think we got that.
Well, your attitude.
Tu nic nie ma, przecież to jest idealne miejsce, żeby skrzynkę położyć.
I am Stanley, the living legend. Stanley who braved the Mare Javari.
Enough already! Ugh, stop name-dropping yourself every time you open your mouth!
It's true, though. Stanley is the most amazing guy.
Well, Jack would listen, won't you? Where was I?
You and your partner reached the Mare Javari, a famously terrifying place with not a wisp of wind.
Muszę zobaczyć chyba na wiki, co to jest ten Mare
There
Javari.
was a deathly silence in the air. A sea of ashes stretched out before us, as far as the eye could see. The Mare Javari. Suddenly, my partner was caught in a whirlpool whipped up by an evil beast. Luckily, I managed to grab hold of him just in time.
Wow. So, did he make it?
Sadly, in the end, I alone was able to set foot on home ground once more. With a gentle breeze carried away the tears welling up in my eyes.
Poor guy. How could that
Coś
happen?
mi się nie podoba w tej historii.
Jack, you can't cry so easily if you want to be a great adventurer.
I know. Because an adventurer's proudest achievement is to die in the course of their final
Jezus
adventure.
Maria, za romantyczny koncept.
But whatever happens, no adventurer should ever die in a place where the wind doesn't blow. The wind has to bring your spirit back to Mondstadt.
That's right. To die in a place where the wind blows and to have your spirit carried back to Mondstadt on the wind, that's
Yeah. Although, the most I can aspire to right now is beginner's commissions, like clearing out the slimes clogging up the sewers.
You shouldn't die in a place with no wind. Why do they keep going on about that? Is that why
Nie mogę się skupić na tym, co mówią.
is the most terrifying place in the world? Because there's no wind there?
Traveler, I believe I've made a small discovery. Could I ask you to use the Nernama detector once more?
Dobra. No sobie wyobraża tego typa, który tam umarł? Holy shit.
What? Stanley has an imaginary friend?
It seems his imaginary friend is a seasoned warrior, covered in scars from head to foot, and a look of staunch determination on his face.
I knew there was something weird about his story.
Oh, you thought so too, huh? I agree. He wasn't telling the
I
whole
knew
story.
it.
Please excuse me. I'll be leaving now.
Bye, Stanley.
Dobra, żegnaj.
Do you two still have time to spare?
No, na to wychodzi.
A few days ago, Stanley got drunk and told me a secret. Something he's never told anyone before.
No.
The weapons he took on his adventure all those years ago. They were none other than those once wielded by Mondstadt's greatest hero, Vanessa herself. The sword of brilliant valor and the shield of magnificent honor. I don't know whether you believe me, but apparently, both the sword and shield are still right
Hello?
here in Mondstadt, over in Dadaupa Gorge. Since you guys are the experts at this, can you come with me to try and retrieve these two legendary weapons?
Why did he abandon them in the wild then?
I don't know. Outstanding individuals always come with their quirks, right?
No niby ja.
If I can just get a hold of something impressive enough to show my family what I'm capable of, maybe they'll finally come around to the idea of me being an adventurer. Right now, I'm just a rookie. My abilities are
Oj.
limited, and my parents don't support my goals
Lekka
one bit.
kraksa.
So, what do you say? Help a guy
No,
out?
no dobrze, niech
I
będzie.
can't bring myself to tell Stanley about it because my reasons are so selfish. But I swear I'll give the weapons back to him as soon as I'm done.
Aw, poor Jack. Let's help him out.
Hard to say no after that sob story. Czy ja wiem?
Venti, you coming too?
I don't know.
Oh, one other thing. I have a bottle of
Ach,
rare
tak,
vintage
no.
wine that I had someone fetch for me a couple years ago. Help me find these weapons, and it's all yours.
Dadaupa Gorge, was it? Let's hurry. There's no time to lose.
Dokładnie. O, czy on wszystko słyszał? A, znalazłem.
Churros. Are they holding some kind of ceremony?
Ja chyba coś przeszkodziłem.
And what's with that pile of knickknacks? Are they worshipping them?
Seems so. That must be the sword of brilliant valor, surely. Lo and behold, the sword of brilliant valor.
Dobra, to co jeszcze nam zostało?
Sure. Looks kind of basic to Paimon, and a little worse for wear, too. Why would hilly churls be bowing down before a piece
Nie,
of
może
junk
to
like
jest
this?
dla nich jakieś święta rzecz.
Seems somebody tossed an old
No.
sword into a pile of spoils these hilly trolls were already celebrating.
This is in terrible shape, and it's so basic. I'm at a loss for words.
Say, Jack, have you ever seen an anemo crystal fly? They're found in the open country around Mondstadt
I co w
City.
związku z tym?
If you saw one in broad daylight, you wouldn't bat an eyelid. But in the pitch blackness of night, its brilliant glow is mesmerizing. It truly resembles an exquisite crystal dancing in the night air. Is valor not the same? When everything is going your way, it seems meaningless, fades into the background. But when you're in dire straits, valor is the thing that gets you fired up and fighting back. It's the brilliant ray of light that guides you out from the darkness.
Almost fell it for myself.
You're right. You're right. Then this has to be it. This is the sword of brilliant
Na
valor.
pewno?
So, we got our sword. Now we just need that shield. Let's scout around. It's definitely in Dadaupa Gorge, so...
There's somebody there.
O! Busted.
Stanley? What's he doing here?
He's acting so
Dosłownie.
What happened? Why did you stop all of a sudden?
Huh? Oh, it's nothing. Just one of those Mora spouting weasel thieves
Tak,
passed by is all.
oczywiście.
What? Where? I want to see.
Maybe another time. We have a shield to find, remember?
Nie przejmuj się mną, naprawdę. Ja to tylko przelotnie.
Lo and behold, the shield
To
of
coś?
magnificent
Ja
honor.
myślę, że to będzie gdzieś leżeć na ziemi.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. It's a chunk of wood. A chunk of scrap wood with the handle attached. Who in their right mind would use this as a shield?
Dosłownie.
There's also wine stains on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was just taken from a wine barrel.
And yet, my bard's intuition tells me that this is none other than the shield of magnificent honor.
Chciałby na pewno?
Warriors wear their battle scars with pride, and shields are no different. Surely an intact shield is one that has shied away from the battlefield. Is not the broken and splintered
Wygląda
shield
jak
the one that has fought
pokrywka od
countless
beczki.
wars and lived to tell the tale? Though the soldier's body be tired and torn, still they fight till the very end, till they have no blood left to bleed. Such magnificent strength of will. Is that not the true meaning of
Wendy
honor?
is in top form today.
You do have a point. Shiny new shields don't stay new and shiny for long. Okay then. Well, maybe if we ask nicely, he'll just let us take the Shield of Magnificent Honor for
Ja
free.
wiem.
Ahem. Excuse me, Mr. Hilly Churro? Well, okay. You
Aha,
take it from here.
dzięki.
Hope you've picked up some Hilly Churlium by now. If not, there's always body language.
Win Plaza Dala. O!
Seems cheerful enough. Maybe negotiating will work after all.
Jezus Maria. Kucza, pupu, gusza je. Oj, czyli to nie źle.
Oh, he did not seem to
Uh,
appreciate that.
Mani mi biadoumi? Oj,
Uh-oh, he did not... Oh no, we ticked him off big time.
lekka kraksa, nie? Aha, a ten tylko będzie sobie tutaj stoi i patrzył, jakiego paprytnicy biją. No dobrze, rozumiem.
Hey, he dropped the Shield of Magnificent Honor and
Bardzo dobrze. Tylko, że ja się palę w tym problem.
Guys, thank you so much. I can't believe I actually found them. Mom, Dad, check out the legendary weapons I found.
Hey, wait! The wine, you promised! Aw, and I actually helped a lot this time. What are you doing here, Stanley? Out for a stroll?
Kubaniutki.
Hey, what are you doing here, Bard? Fancy that, huh? You, out for a stroll too?
Oh, that's right. An after-dinner stroll, to be precise. We were also helping a friend look for something.
Paimon's starting to think Stanley might be a fraud.
He's definitely a fraud, no question.
Did Stanley plant the sword and shield here in advance so as to not hurt Jack's
Ewidentnie.
feelings?
Adventurers must be pretty familiar with Dada Gorge. You fought battles here before, after all.
You better believe it. I can navigate this whole area with my eyes closed.
Wow. Then I admire your perseverance. And your memory, too.
It's only to be expected of a great adventurer like me. You guys had better watch out, though. This place is crawling with Hilichurl. I'll get back to my, stroll.
Dobra, dobra.
Goodbye.
Guilty conscience much?
Well, he shouldn't have gotten so carried away bragging to Jack, should he? Although, on further reflection, I must say I'm intrigued. Someone who can't let go of the past and gives up on the present instead. I wonder, if such a person was forced to take their first step towards the future, which way would they go?
What are you talking about?
Co ty kombinujesz, Venti?
I'm just musing to myself. Anyway, I propose we take a trip to Angel's Share tonight.
Stanley. Mordunio?
Tell me, Stan. Tell me, what should I do?
Mogę to sam do siebie?
Why does he keep repeating his own name?
Is another Stanley?
Surely not. Even I've never heard tell of a second Stanley.
Oh, Stanley. It should have been me. I should have been the one to die in the Meljabari.
On po prostu wziął czyjąś
Why
tożsamość?
won't your spirit come and stop me from using your name? Why, Stan? Why? If only you hadn't had to save a rookie like me, you would have never died in that windless corner of the world. You were a renowned adventurer, destined to become a legend one day.
Does anyone get what's going on here?
Nie mam pojęcia,
I
szczerze
think our
mówiąc.
friend really did make it to the Mare Javari. And I think the tragedy he encountered there was real too. But the real adventurer, the real Stanley, that was his partner, not him. The real Stanley is the one who died to save our Stanley.
Robi skomplikowane.
Wait, so the only reason our Stanley is called Stanley in the first place is because he stole the other Stanley's name?
I fear that may be the case.
Stanley, for so many years I've lived in fear. Fear that Mondstadt will forget all about you. So I tell your adventure stories at every opportunity. Mondstadt must remember. Stanley reached the center of the Mare Javari. He's the greatest adventurer there ever was, and he lives on. Stanley will never die, because I am Stanley. I am Stanley. I'm sorry, Stanley. Getting too old. Are you guys planning on eavesdropping much longer?
Czemu był świadom przez cały czas?
Yikes! We're busted!
Co tam robi Diluk? Okien?
Go away. Save your questions. Just leave me in peace.
But...
Leave now. Don't make me tell you again.
Honorary Knight, Venti, and Paimon. I'm so glad you guys are here. I've been looking for you everywhere. I wanted to thank you again for helping me find the sword and shield. My parents are finally supporting me.
Jakiś plus.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. They even said they're gonna pay for someone
Oh,
to fix up the Sword of
no
Brilliant
pass.
Valor and Shield of Magnificent Honor for me, so I can take them out on the road.
That's wonderful! So, Jack, is this the part where you bid farewell to Mondstadt and set off on your intrepid trip traversing to Vat?
No, not yet. I still don't have what it takes to go too far from home just yet. Besides, I'm sure Stanley still has a few stories left to tell. They're what inspired me to become an adventurer in the first
No
place.
patrz.
Stanley, Oh, you're drunk
Jak
again.
każdej nocy.
We'll see you tomorrow then. After your hangover wears off. Maybe you can tell me some more of your stories?
Stanley's really fond of that kid, don't you think?
Jack. Jack.
Jack left.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you for not telling him about my
Nie
secret.
ma problemu, I guess.
Huh? All of a sudden you're facing the facts? That isn't like you.
Just now, I couldn't bear to look at him. His adventurous spirit is so pure, unblemished. Just a weary old feckless fraud. But that kid is a brand new shining star, full of potential. I cannot allow his dreams to be crushed.
You're not a total fraud. Stanley's adventure stories and experiences. They're all true, aren't they?
Stories, experiences. What's the point of them anymore? To be honest, my memories of adventuring and of Stanley, they're hazy these days. That's my biggest secret of all, and my biggest fear. All these years, I've been living to tell his story. But his personality and the details of his life, I don't remember them clearly anymore. But the one thing I can never forget is that he died in a windless land, where his spirit can never be recovered.
His whole life, he's been drowning in guilt.
Exactly. Even in his memory, the real Stanley isn't the living, breathing friend he knew at all. Instead, He's become fixed on the image of him as that battle-scarred warrior. And that image has held him captive his entire life.
I'm too old. I never let go. But still, so much has slipped away. I'm completely and utterly worthless. No adventurer should have to go that way. No adventurer ever.
Hans Archibald.
My true name? How did you know?
Betty wie wszystko.
The wind. I can hear the wind blowing in the Mare Javari. I always believed you existed.
Will you hand me your old friend's spirit?
Damn.
I can't believe it. Thank you all. And thank you, Lord Barbados. I'm sorry. It's gonna take me some time to calm back down. But I think that I'm gonna be okay.
No to dobrze, nie? Wszystko dobre, co się dobrze kończy.
Ah, wonderful! Stanley reconnected with his true self and Jack can finally go his own way. This calls for a celebration. And by celebration, I do, of course, mean libation.
A, no tak.
And by libation, you mean you're not leaving this tavern till you're too drunk to walk, right?
No, the wine here's too expensive. Jack still owes me
A,
some
no
wine. though.
tak.
He promised me a rare vintage in exchange for helping him out, remember? I'll head off to fetch the wine. See you shortly. Let's meet at the usual place.
Dobra. Wciąż chcę wiedzieć, co oznaczają te niebieskie te
Where's that supposed to be?
podkreślenia w tekście.
Why has Paimon never heard of it? Hey, Tone Deaf Bard!
Hey, see you there.
Hey!
Ale szkoda, że postacie w Genshin na przykład nie łażą po swoich lokacjach, tak na przykład w Wiedźminie, bo na przykład fajnie by było sobie chodzić na przykład tu w tym miejscu i nie wiem, spotkać Ventiego. O, to jest usual place, okej. Ciekawe, że w Mondstadzie i w Inazumie są dwa takie gigantyczne pomniki posągów, a w Sumeru i w Liyue nie ma nic. Znaczy Sumeru to rozumiem, bo oni po prostu tam zapomnieli swojego boga, ale w Liyue to nie wiem, czemu nie ma.
You made it.
No trochę mi to zajęło, tak się składa.
Tell us where you mean next time, okay? We looked everywhere. So, did you at least manage to find your wine?
Yep. Well, sort of. Jack made it out to be a rare collector's edition vintage.
I
When actually it's just a half bottle of regular
Aye.
cider. This takes me back. The first time I saw this view, I hadn't even taken on this form yet.
o. What?
It was about 2,600 years ago, before the world had come under the rule of the Seven.
Co się działo zanim no siódemka archonów rządziła, nie?
At that time, old Mondstadt was ruled by a tyrant, who sealed off the city's perimeter with a ferocious hurricane. Even the birds couldn't get in or out.
Old Mondstadt? Oh, Paimon remembers. Nowadays it's known as Storm Terror's Lair.
Tam kiedyś znajdował się
You
Mondstadt?
mentioned it before.
Jak to wyglądało?
That's
Jezu.
right. The tyrant of the winds who once ruled from that tower was Decarabian, god of storms. Back then, I was but a wisp among the thousand winds. I wasn't a god of anything. I didn't even have a human form. I was just a tiny elemental being who lived in the wind. A gentle breeze bringing subtle changes for the better. Or tiny seeds of hope.
A tiny elemental being? Without a human form? Venti, do you mean you used to look different than you do now?
Yep. My current form is not so different from the situation with fake Stanley. I took the form of a friend.
A, moja
In
ulubiona
old
kascenka teraz.
Mondstadt transpired the story to be told, where a tyrant ruled. I met a boy not that old. The lyre he played, and for a song he sought. But storm walls blocked blue sky. He was sincerely distraught. I do so wish to see the birds in flight, said he, his strong eyes filling with light. But his voice was lost in the howling wind's churn, for the whirlwind takes and gives not in return. The true sky and songs that cageless soar, were they not wishes worth fighting for? So the boy turned, extending his hand. Let us cast down the tyrant and his walls from this land. The young boy raised then the flag of revolt, and I threw myself into freedom's tumult. Victorious were we who fought to be free. Gods fell, winds whipped, nations shook violently. In the smoke, a despot met his doom. And we watched as his great tower fell none too soon.
Ten ziomek wygląda, jakby mógł być spokrewniony z kimś od Diluka.
And since then never has another worn its crown.
So then what? What happened to your friend?
Umarł? Same situation as with Stanley's friend.
Say, Paimon, do you wish to hear the next part of the story?
Yes, of course. The suspense is killing Paimon.
Paimon, go pick up us a couple of apples.
Now's the time you suddenly get a craving for apples?
Dokładnie.
Getting a little peckish or something.
Oh, so peckish.
Paimon's had it up to here with you.
You know, you're so smart it almost makes me uncomfortable sometimes. But then, maybe it's right that true friends can tell what the other is thinking.
No raczej
A
o, nie?
refreshing drink, a gentle breeze. Moments like this always take me back to a song that I first heard from him.
Mondstadt jest prześliczny. I'm listening.
Fly, fly away. Like a bird in the sky. See the world on my behalf. To the heavens may you fly.
Jo, to koniec? Kurde. Aż szkoda mi się stąd ruszać. Widzę, że po prostu Wendy tu nie zostanie na zawsze. Dziękuję wam bardzo serdecznie za oglądanie. Trzymajcie się i do kolejnego odcinka. Cześć!